5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a media room. Wait until you see this backyard. Today I'm taking you through the Rivers. This is located in San Antonio, Texas, in one of the newest communities in the far west side called Prominence. This is a 2-story Chesmar offering approximately 3,244 square feet, and we have 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, a game room, a dedicated media room, and an attached 2.5 car garage. As we walk in, our attention is going to look into the gorgeous ceilings and the great chandelier. I do want to take a quick peek over. Chesmar Homes is one of the very few builders that actually has an on-site design center. So grab your popcorn, stick with me, because at the end of the home tour, we are going to take a quick look at the actual design center. I would really like to show you guys what Chesmar has available in terms of choosing from your cabinet color to your flooring to the exterior. So we will get to that in just a bit. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Monica Nino. I am a realtor out here in San Antonio, and I do cover surrounding areas such as New Braunfels, Castroville, and Boerne. So here we are. We are definitely at the heart of the home. Here is the kitchen. Gorgeous layout. Definitely a great open concept. I do want to hone in on the island. I love the veins. They are a darker color. And most definitely, as we step into the kitchen, truly the first thing that's going to catch your eye is just this rich, darker cabinetry. It gives the space a definite warm, modern feel, and then totally contrasting very well against the lighter finishes of the island and the actual countertop. So taking a look at the cooking area above the stove, you'll have this lighter wood tone range hood. Really becomes a statement piece, honestly, as far as breaking up that darker cabinet. So wasn't sure if I was going to like it at first, but I think it kind of grew on me. I do like the definite contrast there. Loving the total natural light coming in. We have windows from the breakfast area, but notice these windows over here. This is not very common. I thought Chesmar did a great job here adding this picture window as well as the smaller windows right by the countertop. And coming back around, we'll notice the sink. We have our dishwasher. Again, great size of an island. It is a lighter color, and the cabinets underneath are the lighter wood tone. So as far as the island goes, there is definitely plenty of workspace, plenty of space for your kiddos to have breakfast or lunch. And then as we pan over, you can just see how easily the kitchen flows into your living room. Great conversation through and through. And then of course over here to your dining area, a great flow throughout, open space for everyday, just, family gatherings, entertaining, and definitely good space for hosting. And what really makes this entire space feel so open is all of the natural light coming in. You have windows in the dining area alongside the large sliding glass doors. So again, the lights really don't need to be on. We're definitely going to have a lot of the natural light coming in. I love the little wooden beams. Definitely adds a statement piece to your living room. Let me know what you think about that light fixture. I'm not sure if I'm liking it. Nonetheless, though, we do have a little hidden nook here. I think they made great use of this space. They have a little built-in desk, some shelving going on. And then in stepping into the family room, tons of space. We do have that flexibility depending how you want to set up your furniture. This particular model home does in fact have a gorgeous fireplace. So very good talking piece, I would say. It does have the tile from the floor into the ceiling. It's a lighter tile with some gray veins. By the way, I wanted to mention that this floor plan, the Rivers, does start at $589,990. $589,990, and we are making our way into the primary bedroom. Now, what I like about the primary bedrooms is that when you walk in, you can definitely see the ceiling just draws your attention up. I love the fact that it has these tall windows, 6 windows total. You can definitely picture your king size bed, your nightstands, your dressers, and still have plenty of room to actually move around. I probably would move that chair over closer to the window and enjoy my view of my backyard. So it, honestly keeps the room just feeling bright, open. But again, you're still tucked away to the back side of the home, so you still have your privacy. And then we're walking into the primary bathroom. And so, of course, coming home after a long day, you definitely want to feel that you can get home and relax when you are in your bath. So this is definitely going to give that spa vibe. We do have a focal point, of course, of that freestanding tub, 2 vanities, and they are separated, which is great for me. But I think I really love that this little extra feature right here, they do have like an area for someone to get their makeup done, to get their hair done. So in essence, a true vanity for somebody. So I love that. Very nice. We do have a total of 3 windows in the primary bath. And then of course, we definitely have this option. You have a frameless mud set-in. And so it's a walk-in shower. We have ceramic tiles surrounding it. I think that frameless glass just really helps keep the space, you know, very modern looking, very open. I do like the contrast from the bottom tile being that black. So we have the black and white, great contrast there. And then I don't want to forget to mention the 2 wooden beams above on the ceiling. Very nice touch to this primary bath. So again, the primary bath is located toward the back of the home on the left-hand side. So it is separated from the other bedrooms that are upstairs, as well as that front bedroom, which would be considered, you know, pretty much like a mother-in-law suite. So this is a walk-in closet, very massive. I think it is a definitely great size. It is not 2 separate closets, but in fact 1 expansive closet. And then of course, walking over here, this is quite common, to be honest with you, with a lot of builders. They are doing the laundry utility room attached to the master. So you have the master bedroom, the closet, followed in with the utility room. I will say some of my clients are not a fan of this. For me personally, as I've mentioned before, I do like this as a feature for the home. I think that for me, as I'm getting ready for work, and I need to do some laundry, or I need to get some things organized for the weekend, the laundry room is there. I don't have to worry about toting baskets up and down stairs or across my house. So coming back out, again, wooden beams catch my attention again as I walk out. And so finally, I'm so excited. This is definitely a treat of a backyard. This is where you really start to see how well this home works for entertaining. So I love this patio. You have a great transition again from that main living area through those sliding glass doors. Excuse me. I think that the indoor and outdoor spaces do a great job here as far as just feeling connected, especially if you're entertaining guests, family, and friends. Of course, plenty of room back here to create your own setup. I really love how they finish this out with this stone area here. So you have the oversized stepping stone walkway, very nice. All of the landscaping around the lot is great. Really gives you that resort style backyard, you know. So I would say I would be very happy to have some backyard barbecues with some friends and some family. So again, this is a model home. So of course they definitely wanted to set this up with all the bells and whistles. So gorgeous upgrade. This is an option. Again, Chesmar does in fact offer numerous options for the interior of the home, the exterior of the home, and they do offer the in-home design center. So the design specialist would actually come out to the model home and meet you here. And again, stick around because toward the end, I am definitely going to do a tour of that room just to get an idea of actually what's available out there for you to choose. So true custom home building. And again, that backyard was fabulous. It's not a half an acre. It's not a quarter of an acre, but definitely I can truly imagine some football Sundays out there. Again, family get-togethers, and really just sitting out there enjoying my backyard. So now this was the first floor. I do have the front part of the house that I'm going to cover, but I'm going to wrap that up at the end as I show you the design center. So let's go on up to the second level and let's take a look up there. As we head upstairs, I am excited to show you the loft area. It's a very different look to it. I wasn't expecting it, but when I got up here, I was like, hey, I actually like that. Very nice, very unique. And so again, when we get to the top of the staircase, over on the left-hand side, we are going to have a loft, or, you know, if you want to call it a second family room. So really cool looking area. One of the things you're going to notice is obviously the brick detail on the walls. I thought that this was pretty cool. I even had to move my camera to check the side of it. I'm like, is this real brick or is this just a facade? But no, it's actually this reddish brick across the 3 walls. I love what it does to the space. I think it gives it that warm urban loft feel. Just a little bit of a industrial character maybe, so to speak. Very nice. So I thought that was pretty cool for that upstairs room. So overlooking to the first level, very nice. We got the railing on both sides. I'll say that the second living area is just a great area for the kids. I mean, whether they're doing their homework up here, you can make this their own game room or just a second area to hang out and watch some TV. So we do have 3 additional bedrooms up here. Excuse me. So there's plenty of separation as far as, you have some family over. I love the fact that this room up here does in fact have its own full bathroom. So that's a huge plus. So again, you can consider this to be a great room for, like I said, if you have family staying over or guests. So this is a 5-bedroom home. So everybody is not fighting for that one bathroom in the morning, especially upstairs with the kiddos. So very nice. I like the accent that they use, almost like a burgundy color. And then we're walking over into the full bathroom. Great countertop, great space. I love the fact that they use this tri-colored tile. And again, a big plus for me is when they actually tile from the tub all the way to the ceiling. So we have this chevron style going upwards. We have a little window there, very nice. And again, the bathrooms in this particular model, they all will in fact have that elongated commode. So that's something to think about, because when I bought my house, I only did the elongated commode in the downstairs, and so the upstairs is just a regular standard. So my daughters are not the happiest fans about that. Nonetheless, something to think about. This room I thought was pretty unique. I like the decor. I think that the accent wall really caught my attention. So I have 3 daughters. Obviously for me, pinks are a thing in my home. So I thought that was pretty cool. So good sized closet walking in. And then of course I end up zooming in just a bit so that you could see that back accent wall. Very good size. We do have a window, which is great. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I like the theme. Very unique. I hadn't seen something like that pink and gold accent. So this room did not have its own bathroom. Just want to kind of point that out. And then we come into this room. This is a bedroom, but I like how they set this one up. They actually, in fact, made this look like a craft room. So again, to me, just a really fun theme. I think it just allows us to see too that these bedrooms don't necessarily have to be used as bedrooms, and maybe they do start off as a bedroom. Kiddos grow up, they go to college, they move out, they join the military. Good for them. And so then we can kind of convert this to our own hobby room, our craft room, maybe a workout room. So, whatever hobby space works for you, or in fact, maybe a second office. So very nice in terms of the square footage that we have here. Again, good sized closet. I did peek in that door. It is the attic. But again, flexibility here as well, because this is in fact a 5-bedroom home. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that we are in the Medina ISD school district. So I know that typically is a question for our buyers, especially our relocation buyers. Now we have a full-size bathroom for the other 2 bedrooms. And then I really like this. I don't see this often, but I love the tile that they used here. It reminds me of the flooring tile that you would typically use. But again, ceramic tile, very nice. I thought that was a cool little feature. So that definitely caught my attention. And then of course we do have the quartz countertop. And then also the cabinet. So these are the panel cabinets are going to match the kitchen. So I know I have had somebody ask if the bathroom cabinets match the kitchen. And in this particular case with Chesmar, they do in fact match. So again, just one last look. We have the loft area. We have a little closet here. Again, 3 of the bedrooms are upstairs. One of them did in fact have its own full bathroom as far as access goes. So that would be great, especially if you have a college kiddo or somebody that's going to stay with you for a while. They can have access to their own private bath. And then downstairs, we're going to go back down. We're going to wrap up the tour. Stick with me because I really want you all to see that design center. Let me know what you think. Maybe it's bigger than what you've seen in your previous home. And I do want to apologize. I did pass over the pantry, so I definitely wanted to walk in here. I love it. I love the fact that it has the back shelving and then some actual cabinets. So very nice. I think it's a good size. As we make our way back toward the front of the home, I do want to mention that Prominence is out again in the far west side of San Antonio. And their homes, their floor plans, they do have 1- and 2-story layouts. They do start in the 500s. And then I quickly wanted to mention as far as like the tax rate, because that's definitely always important to know. And so now without exemptions, so again, before exemptions, we're looking at a 2.53%. 2.53. Of course, if you are a veteran, 100%, that definitely is going to help with that piece of the payment. Okay, and so we're going to make our way into the last bedroom of the home that I'm going to show you, but I wanted to remind you, this is the laundry room. Again, it was connected to the primary closet, which of course was connected to the primary bedroom. So here's a laundry room, very easily accessible to this bedroom. So if I'm thinking like for my mom, if you have a multi-generational household for your parents, this is great. The bedroom is right toward the front of the home. Good sized closet, but it doesn't have the full bathroom in the room. However, as soon as you step out, the full size bathroom is right there. One of the features that I do like about this layout is, although we don't have our bathroom within the room, there's in fact this super cute living area. So I think that for my mom, she would absolutely love this. She would feel like she has her own privacy. She can watch whatever she wants to watch on her TV without feeling like, that she's with whatever the girls are watching. She can still have her own privacy. Does have a wet bar, a mini fridge underneath. I think this is great. I love when the floor plans include this. I think it's, honestly, just being very considerate of the person and the privacy, and them having that desire to want to feel like they still have their own privacy, in essence, like a mini apartment. I think that this is great. I really loved it. And then again, although it does not have its own private bathroom in there, the bathroom is right over to the right. So perfect setup. And then this full bathroom is a very good size. It does have the shower top combo. It is tiled, gorgeous cabinets as well. Again, we have the quartz countertop. And I think for a lot of us, when we are thinking about our next home purchase, this is going to be critical, especially if you do have that multi-generational household. We want to look for something that we are going to feel comfortable for ourselves. Our kids are going to feel comfortable. If we have guests that stay over, are they going to be comfortable? But I think ultimately is if we have our parents living with us, those are going to be some of the considerations that we are going to have before purchasing our next home. Are they going to be comfortable? Are they going to feel like they have a sense of privacy? Is it easily accessible to the front door, for example, or maybe the garage door to exit? So before we wrap up, though, I definitely wanted to take a tour here of the design center. And honestly, I think that this is one of the reasons that kind of Chesmar as a builder is set apart. It's just truly their design process. So Chesmar actually has a design center that is located in all of their model homes, which is pretty cool. And so when you're building from the ground up, you don't necessarily have to make another trip across town just to choose your finishes, especially if you are on one side of town and your partner's on another side of town. And so this just makes it convenient for everybody. The design specialist actually comes and meets you here at the model home. So again, this is really where the fun starts. So if you have never built a home from the ground up, I think that it's going to be a truly exceptional experience. Truly you're being able to put your own personality into your home. So you can look at, anything from different cabinet colors, countertops, flooring, the tile, obviously the shower fixtures, backsplash options. So really anything from the beginning to the end, from the inside to the outside. For example, I may like the darker cabinets that the Rivers floor plan had today, but then, maybe your partner, maybe my husband likes the lighter cabinet. So we're able to kind of compare, put the lighter against the dark. Does it contrast well? And honestly, while I was here, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I feel like I would need to bring somebody with me because I don't have an eye. I'm by nature not a very good decorator, and so I would need to bring a friend with me to kind of help me put colors together, textures, what would actually go well. So, and, especially with the backsplashes and the tile cabinet color. So I think it's a great experience, though. I think it's something that kind of will set your home apart from your neighbor's home. So again, beginning the process from a ground up, you will actually get to choose your floor plan, number one, and then your home site. So they do have a home site map with lots that are available. And again, depending on the lot that you choose, there may be a lot premium. And then of course, you're going to work with the actual Chesmar team to personalize what home site can go with what floor plan, right? So for example, a certain floor plan may not be available for the smallest lot size, And of course, Isaac is a sales representative. He's amazing. I've known him for many years. Great person to work with. Really knows the Chesmar product. Excuse me. So once all of the choices are finalized, they're incorporated into your home purchase total, right? And so again, that's down the line, but I just kind of wanted to review that with you. Some of us have not had a home built from the ground up. An inventory home was chosen. So in fact, this may be the first time that you are building from the ground up. And so I think that that's really just one of the advantages of building new. You're not walking into someone else's design choices, whether it's the builder or a previous buyer that didn't go through. Perfect opportunity to be picky, perfect opportunity to choose what you like and what you don't like. So I want to thank you for sticking with me through this entire home tour. We are again Chesmar at the Prominence community out here in San Antonio, Texas. This is one of the newest communities out far west. We are near Loop 1604 and Highway 90 and Highway 211. This area of San Antonio has had quite a bit of growth. That's the amenity center right there that I just zoomed in on. Once it's completed, I definitely will take a tour of that and have that uploaded for y'all to take a look at. Prominence does have multiple builders within the community, so I think it's great because all of the homes will look different. Everybody has a different layout, everybody has a different floor plan, so the facades will all be different. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.